Hey there, everybody. Pete here from Comic Book Geezers. Welcome to a special New Year's Eve edition of our show. You know who this guy is, right?
Hello. Happy New Year,
Nice,
everybody. Welcome to Comic Book Geezers. I am Wild Bill, the Unknown Comic. I am your host, and my partner in crime, as always, Pete. We're doing a little special Happy New Year blurb for you. We recently took a trip to a comic book store and acquired a bunch of stuff like kids in a candy store. So we're going to do a little, So we're going to show off just a little bit of what we picked up.
A little teaser. So it's 12:45 a.m. New Year's Eve. Actually, it's New Year's Day now. So
2020.
2020. So welcome to 2020.
12:46.
And before we get into showing kind of a few things that we picked up.
How many did you buy?
I don't know.
60 some odd books?
I don't know, something like that.
I bought 47.
So,
but we're going to show you 5.
Some great deals, though. It's really cool when you go to a place and you find like really good stuff for like $2, $1.50, $3, $4. You got to love that. So
in this particular comic store, we have met this vendor at a Comic-Con a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And saw them again this year in May, and we will see them again in 2020 in May, for sure.
Yeah, they're not quite a local comic shop for us.
We had to travel?
We had to travel about 50 miles to get there, or something like that. But
a little over an hour.
Way better than any local comic shop around our area.
Yeah. All the Silver and Bronze Age stuff that we're into. I mean, they carry the new stuff as well, and it's a great store. And here we are.
Yeah, so I said to Bill, I said, why don't we just pull like 5 or 6 like real highlights from the stuff that we got, and I'm gonna let Bill go first here.
So we picked up, like we said, we picked up some books, and then Pete was like, we should show off some stuff. So I will show off one of the things that I liked. There were a bunch of these. There's about 12 in this run of this Amazing Adventures with the Spectra. Before the Spectra, there was the Black Orchid?
Black Orchid?
Yes. And her first appearance, she did like 3 or 4 issues. Then the Spectre took over about, 10 or 12 issues. But now I have about 6 of these. And I've seen these as high as $8 at cons. I got this for $3. So I wanted to show off the Spectre.
It's a great cover and one of the most powerful DC characters. I mean, correct? I mean, he's up there.
I would compare him to Jack Kirby's The Demon, in a sense, because he's
way more powerful, I think, though. I mean,
but again, with that human to transfer to demon form.
Right. Yep. He's got the human alter ego.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you got over there?
I pulled
go back and forth, 1 and 1.
We can do that. All right. So here we have. I've been looking to build up my Avengers collection, and specifically some of the older stuff.
Boy, did he.
Yeah, that's mostly what I got. So here we have Avengers number 17. All right, with the Minotaur. Look at that. You got the Hulk over here.
This
Captain
is probably
America.
like, what, 1966?
It's got to be at least. Yeah, this is in great condition.
It is.
And this is early Avengers. So this is the second lineup of the Avengers. So you got Quicksilver,
I see
Scarlet
the Hulk
Witch.
on the cover. Show the cover, man.
Yeah, I did.
There you go. I know you did, but hold it up there.
Hawkeye, Captain America. So, this is not the most powerful version of the Avengers, but here you got the 2 mutants, soon to be X-Men, and you got, both Hawkeye and Cap, who, not really super powered at the time. And the Hulk, of course, is a former member here. So pretty cool cover. Have not read it yet. Of course, that's Jack Kirby, in case you were asking.
I have to show this one. I had to get this because I don't have any of these. We have shown this off in our Doc Savage episode, but it was Pete's. So I finally got my hands on giant-sized Doc Savage #1. I do not have the first issue of Doc Savage from the 8-issue run. I have it now, but I still will get #1.
Yeah, you should.
So I had to get this, and
ironically, the covers are almost identical, but the colors are different.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we've talked about so many times where they do like reprints, and
this one's a little bit thicker. So there's 2 stories in here.
Yeah, that might even be issue 1 and 2. I'm trying to remember. I haven't read it in
really.
a while. Yeah. So you might have the first 2 in there.
But I still should get #1 to complete the 8-issue run.
And both of those stories basically are the very, very first Doc Savage book story.
Okay. Is there a #2 or just 1?
No, just the one.
Just
that's
one.
the only one I did. But that is a representation or an adaptation of the actual first Doc Savage book.
Okay. But I needed it, so I grabbed it.
It was
$4.
He asked me, "Is this worth getting?" I'm like, "Yes, indeed." So more Avengers. So here, number 21. Avengers. This is the debut of the villain Power Man. who eventually became a good guy, or a hero. But here is the
He looks
debut.
nothing like Luke Cage.
No, nothing.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
they had to reuse. I never understood why they reused that name. I never understood that.
Well, a decade went by before Luke Cage came out in 72.
I know, but
Right?
it's just, I don't know. But pretty
So
cool.
8 years later,
powerful
whatever.
villain too. Whether you like that
Power
costume or not.
Man.
Yeah, Power Man.
He's got a kind of a
powerful.
corny costume. Hang it up again. Show it.
Yeah, and his costume changed colors.
The best thing about his costume is his belt buckle.
Yeah, that is. I don't like the frilly arms there. That doesn't kind of make sense. But a pretty potent powerful villain.
This was clutch for me. I was going to hold off, but I was like, you know what?
I gotta have it.
$6.
Yep.
I could have probably got it for 3 or 5 at a con, but it's issue 193, and as you can see, the Silver Surfer, that's probably why it's a little bit more expensive. But I had to get it because it's issue 193, and it completes all my 190s in the run of Thor. So I pretty much have every Thor from 190 straight through 300. I'm missing maybe 5 or 6 issues, maybe 7 at the most. So this was a big clutch score for me, closing out the gaps in the 190s.
All right, so another kind of challenge that I put on myself before we went to this place is like, I need to start getting some X-Men. Because I don't own any X-Men. Yeah, why not, right? So I
wasn't an X-Men fan. We've talked about this. But we had limited budgets when we were kids.
Yeah, I had some. I sold them back in the day. Now I want to kind of get some back.
Now it's going to cost them.
Yeah, well, they're
the problem with
that's
X-Men.
That's why
man.
I hardly got any, because they were just too expensive. So
They
I
were.
just got a couple. So here we got number 63. There's Magneto, of course, on the front.
Wow, my oldest is 91.
And I believe this is it's a Neil Adams cover right there.
Is it a reprint?
No, this is not.
It's an original story.
It's an original story.
For me, you guys know I'm a DC Flash fan. I scored about 7 or 8 Flash. But this is issue 250, right? 250?
Hold on.
Where's
258.
258. Okay. See? It's hard to read with the shades on. But it's my shtick. I'm not letting them go. I just love the cover. The rotting, fleshy skull face of the Flash.
The rotting flesh of the Flash.
Yes.
Say that fast
I can't.
5 times.
I've had a couple beers. I'm not doing it. And some moonshine. That's New Year's. But anyway, 50-cent cover. No, 35. Yeah. You can tell the moonshine's sticking in.
Probably, what, 70?
This is probably 1978.
Yeah.
And a great cover. I needed it. I have a lot of Flash now, between 200 and 300. I probably have about 70 of them.
Wow, that's a pretty good.
Getting
run.
there.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So this is a major score and beautiful cover.
Be interesting to see what Batman has to do in that issue once you read it. He's just kind of like a fly on the wall there, but he's there.
Yeah, kind of glare tonight here. But yeah, Flash. What else?
Sticking on X-Men here. Had to get this one. Issue 140. It's got Wendigo and Wolverine, and I mean, just look at that cover. This is
This is a 40-cent. Oh, it's 50-cent book.
This is 50 cents. So this is from the John Byrne era, right? Which this is the expensive stuff.
Yeah, because of John Byrne.
Yeah, exactly. This is all the hot stuff. You know, if you want to get like the early Kirby run,
That's a 50-cent book?
Yeah.
So that's probably, what, 1981?
1980, actually.
1980.
Right on the front. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great cover right there.
It is.
So, I picked up a couple right around this time, but they didn't have a lot, and what they did have was really pricey, and I just wasn't really interested in spending that kind of money. So
Pete was going to buy this book, and he's like, Bill, I know you like old Spider-Mans. Do you want to buy this instead? And he coughed it up. And I was like, dude, I thought you had this already, man.
I was looking out for my buddy over here. I mean, I knew.
I was like, yeah, because he takes everything out of my cart. You know that story. But this is issue 99, and Pete has like almost every Spider-Man below issue 100. And
not many left.
I was shocked. Yeah, I was like, in $10. I was like, okay, I'm taking it because I need to really improve on my sub 100 issues on Spider-Man. So thank you, Pete.
What do you think, guys? You like the Gil Kane cover on that?
You're laughing.
I'm not a fan of that cover at all.
No?
But I heard the issue's great, so, no, I'm not.
But I'm a Spider-Man fan, so
Yeah,
I really
me
don't
too.
care, man.
Me
I
too.
needed it, and it's something I didn't have, so I had to get it.
True. All right, they had a couple Conans I needed in there, because I have a lot of Conans, like from 1 to 50. I have most of them.
And I have this one that he's going to
And
show
number
off.
29 I was looking for. Number 24, I got number 24 as well. and I picked this
Number
up.
29. That's a great cover.
Yeah.
Most Conan covers are awesome.
They're really good. And this,
So-
I believe, is also a Gil Kane cover,
I-
if I'm not mistaken. Gil Kane could do stuff like this very well. Yeah, I kind of shit on him sometimes, but he was very good on certain characters, certain books, and not as good on others. But I thought he did the kind of swashbuckling sword and sorcery type stuff very,
I
very
bought
well.
a Conan also myself that day, but it was issue like 71.
Oh, one of the later ones, yeah.
Yeah. So the pride and joy, the biggest cherry that I picked that day, Silver Surfer number 6.
You're getting there.
I have 9 of them now.
You need to just do what I did. I was like steadfast. I'm like, I am going to complete the Silver Surfer run, and that's what I
I need
did.
$300 for number 1. I think I need to go to a casino and win some money first, playing some craps. I know how to set my dice. I just
Either that
need
or
to win.
keep working that overtime.
Yeah, I got
Right?
a lot of that coming up
Yeah.
with work. But yes, but I'm closing the
You
gap.
just got to work towards it. That's all. You know,
But this
one at a
was
time.
such a major score for me with my
That's a good one. A great cover on that too.
yeah, and I needed it. So
Like we talked about, the ones that are going to really run you are the first one, the number 4 with Thor, and the one with Mephisto. First one with Mephisto, actually, both the ones with Mephisto and with the Stranger. Those are the expensive ones right there. So my last one I'm going to show today.
this is Mephisto, isn't it? Number 6, or is he?
No, he's not in that one. Yeah, he's in those other 2 early ones.
I know he's also in the later ones, 16 and 17.
So I got a couple old Iron Mans,
Yeah,
including
this is a
one
good
that
one.
he needed, but he was.
I passed because
passed on it, and I was like,
the price
all
was a little high. I think I can hold out. I've been waiting for a long time. I know I can find a better price, so I'm hanging. I'm hanging in there.
And
So what'd you get?
I got 4 of them. So I just pulled one. I love this cover with the
Yeah, I've
unicorn.
had this one for
Number
quite a
16.
long time
This
in my
is
collection.
like, fantastic condition.
And what was
this
that?
Is,
How much
this,
was that?
This
Like
was
$10? 12.
This was 12. Well, he gave me
Okay.
a little bit of a break on it, but
Still a nice cover.
Look at the condition
Show
of that.
them, don't
I
show
mean,
me.
it's this is what 1967, 68.
This is probably 68, 1968.
I mean, that looks like that's a fantastic condition.
Yeah, it's got to be 68 because my holy grail, personal holy grail, is Iron Man 18,
Okay,
which is for my Uncle Johnny,
yep.
and that's 1968. So this has to be 68.
Yeah.
What month? August. Yeah, this is 1968.
Great cover.
Beautiful book.
And of course, one of his
And
early
if I'm wrong,
antagonists-
it's 1969.
well,
It's
yeah.
late
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah,
But a keeper.
yeah.
And the unicorn is a great villain.
Popped up all the time early on in those
And
days.
that's
you know?
it for my collection.
Yeah, that's it for this
Little episode.
little episode. So again,
Happy
we
New
want to
Year.
wish everybody a happy New Year, and most importantly, we want to thank everybody for all of your viewership and comments and subscriptions
support, yes.
and all that kind of stuff. So we actually we're halfway to our first real milestone. So we crossed over 500 subscribers a couple weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, something like that. We're now starting to inch up a little bit quickly. So we really want to get to 1,000 because you know how it works here on YouTube. You hit 1,000 subscribers, you enter the AdSense program with them, and more importantly, they start really promoting our videos.
They'll take
to
us seriously at that point. That
Right.
we have a serious audience and that.
Right. And they start, then they'll start, you go on YouTube and you start watching things, and all of a sudden you get the recommendations on the right-hand side. Well, they're not doing much of that now for us because we haven't hit that milestone yet. So what we need everybody to do is, if you're a subscriber or if you watch this channel, make sure you subscribe.
If you like us.
If you like us, all right? Or even if you
We do
kind of
have some haters.
Even if you kind of like
We
us.
got some
you know?
fiend haters out there, but that's all right.
Yeah, I don't think we have that many
We're not
haters.
perfect, but it's cool.
But
We
if
do appreciate your
everybody-
support,
we
and we
do.
thank you.
If everybody who subscribes to this channel recommends us to 2 people, and those 2 people subscribe, we will hit 1,000 before you know it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They
that
gotta
would
like
be-
comics, though. Obviously,
You have to,
pitch them.
and you gotta like the classic comics, because of
Yeah.
course, if you're coming here and you're looking for us to talk about the latest issue of
Anything new.
whatever that came out 2 weeks ago, well,
Can't help you.
we're
Sorry.
we're into the classic
We're
stuff.
stuck
so
in a bubble, little time zone.
there's nothing wrong with that. So
No, it's we show off what we like, and I think what you guys like about us is that our passion. We're sharing our passion and our love for comics. We're not trying to pitch snake oil to you guys or blow smoke up your ass. We're telling you what we love about comics, and I think that's what you guys appreciate about us, and we see it in your comments. And I have to thank a couple of viewers who have followed me on Instagram, Mega Road Project and John Butler. You guys have been supportive with me on my my Instagram account, Mega Road Project and John Butler.
New Year's
Thank you.
Eve, folks.
Yes, and there's a couple of molecules of alcohol running through my
Just
system.
a little bit.
Yeah, they got the starter going on.
But we have a lot of guys who come and comment quite often. In fact, we're seeing a lot more comments lately, which is great. Some usual suspects, Geronimo, Patrick Crowther. There's a bunch of others that I'm not
Got to
mentioning.
give a special thank you to Staz Johnson.
Yes.
Staz Johnson found our Doc Savage video, which we did in July of 2018, and he found it a few months ago, and he wrote us some nice comments. And Staz Johnson is an artist from the UK who told us that he worked with Marvel Comics in 1994 through the early 2000s, and then he flipped and worked for DC Comics until like 2006. And he told us that he was commissioned by Marvel to write a comic book series about the TV show on NBC, Heroes, to coincide with the TV show. So Staz Johnson, thank you for shedding some light. He is the first person in the industry to recognize us other than our interview with Joe Sinnott. So it's nice to have somebody in the industry who has found us and appreciates what we're doing. And he was shocked that we have like such a small following, and he's been willing to help us promote us, and he's asked us for our links so he can spread the word, and I think he's helped us tremendously. So Staz Johnson, Happy New Year to you, and thank you so much, buddy, for your comments and your support and liking what we do.
Yeah, thanks, Staz. We really appreciate it. And ironically, the video that he actually found us on is our second most watched video on this channel. That's the Doc Savage episode we did. So Doc Savage and Tomb of Dracula are like our two champion videos on this channel. And, continue to do, they both continue to do very, very well.
Can't thank you enough, Staz, for your support and your comments. And if you got anything else to tell us, lay it on us, brother.
We'd love to hear it.
Thank you.
So we're still learning.
And thank you for sharing us with all your English mates out there. Thank you guys from across the pond. This is Wild Bill from Comic Book Geezers saying Happy New Year, Happy 2020, and look forward to our next upcoming episodes. We have Black Widow coming up next, and then we have 3 more videos with our buddy Kirk as we went into his man cave. And you're going to like those episodes because Kirk has really put together some good stuff for us. Pete is our cameraman, and I am hosting with Kirk, and we let Kirk run the show. And you're going to like that stuff if you
comic
like
book memorabilia like you haven't seen
to give you a hint, we start off in his man cave, and you can see 40 boxes, long boxes behind us, me and Kirk, as we go through that. And we hope you tune in and enjoy that stuff.
3 parts.
Yes. So we got some good stuff coming for you guys. Thanks again for everything, and Happy New Year again, once again.
Happy New Year, and I'm Pete, and we'll see you guys real
Wild
soon.
Bill. We'll see you again.
Take
care,
guys.
guys. Bye.